I can't believe I somehow skipped this one, and I apologize for that. As you know, it's been a fairly difficult year so far. Anyway, on with the show. I suppose it's appropriate, if a little bit cliche, to start with the Hulk smashing stuff. Are we saying he's made it all the way to Paris? Come on, David, there are still plenty of people to fix on this side of the Atlantic. I was interested to see that Bill Bixby directed the episode. We're following some rich dude around his mansion while he idly looks at some stuff that we're too far away to read.
Alex, we have another report.
Yes, sir.
Your thoughts?
This Hulk thing must be commando trained. It would take a tank to do the damage indicated in those reports, sir.
The last time we saw Sandy McPeak was in Season 2, where he was playing an abusive father.
Another genetic research lab.
This tends to confirm my theory about the creature.
He's been tracking the Hulk's sightings and has come to realize that the creature shows up in places where genetic research is happening. He should know from Jack McGee's articles that the Hulk is a man who changes into a monster, so the man he's after is heavily into genetics somehow. And he's after the Hulk because...
Then we go for him?
Just a question of settling on the bait. I'll need to see the dossiers.
I took the liberty, sir.
Several good possibilities. Schoengarth from Stanford, Marx, Von Glitteau, Cabot. Cabot. I think I prefer her.
Is she the real thing, sir? You know what they call her.
The werewolf doctor? An unfortunate result of her work in cell metamorphosis.
They call her that because she's working on ways to alter cells and change them into different cells. In particular, her research could lead to a reliable way to change cancer cells into normal cells, among other applications. She's also hungry. That is to say, she is always looking for research grants, and most organizations turn her down. So she does her work on a bit of a shoestring. Offer her the right grant deal, and she just might attract the guy they're looking for.
What exactly is the nature of your business, Mr. LaFront?
I find permanent solutions to my clients' problems.
Suppose you could be a little more specific.
Southeast Asia, 1962, Congo, 64, Angola, 77.
You're a mercenary.
Among other things.
What makes you think that you can capture the Hulk when everybody else has failed?
I said nothing about capture.
He says for $1 million he guarantees the Hulk's elimination.
We don't want the creature killed, just captured.
That's exactly what I meant.
See, if you kill the creature, you also kill a man.
It's out of the question, Mr. LaFront.
I didn't know you were such humanitarians, gentlemen. Thank you for your time.
You don't have to be a great humanitarian to be opposed to murder. But being a mercenary, killing others is Mr. LaFront's business. He wants to kill the Hulk. The National Register won't play with him, so he'll go to their competitor, the Limelight.
But frankly, I never put any stock in that Hulk business. What do you have, Lubin?
Research shows two things, Mr. Hines. One, 75% of the Register's readers believe that the Hulk exists. And two, all our data indicates that the creature is for real.
So, Mr. Lafront's plan would certainly hurt the register.
I'm not sure it would hurt the entire register, but it would sure upset one registrino.
And double limelight circulation. Worth a good deal more, I think, than $1 million.
But wouldn't it be better to catch the thing alive?
A much more problematic and expensive task, also unnecessary. Wouldn't a dead Bigfoot serve you as well as a live one?
What guarantee do they have that it won't change back into a regular guy after they kill it? Nobody is thinking this through. Mr. Hines is seeing dollar signs and hammers falling on Jack McGee's noggin. We're in, Mr. LaFront.
Be careful. Don't jar the circuitry.
Yes, Dr. Cabot, we've got it.
So that's the DNA transposer.
Yes. That's it, my ungainly child, finally taking its first steps. Oh, I've waited a long time.
Congratulations.
Well, they're not in order yet, but thanks. You know, Mr. LaFront, I really must commend you on finding this lab. Its facilities fit my needs to a T.
They also fit his needs because it's exactly the kind of place that seems to attract the Hulk. He figures she doesn't need to know that part.
There's just one thing I'm curious about. These people that are funding me, I don't know them.
Businessmen, speculators, they hope to make a killing off your research.
And what if I don't make sufficiently lucrative discoveries?
Oh, don't worry about them. They'll still get a good tax write-off.
Bit of advice from the voice of experience. If they're that evasive, give the money back and run away. Jane Merrill was actually British. She does a really good American accent. In the 60s, she almost got to replace Diana Rigg on The Avengers. That could have been good because I have never met a single person who liked the character of Tara King as she was presented. I can't help wondering what Ms. Merrill would have brought to the role. As the werewolf doctor, she's really sincere in her belief that she can do this. The scientific community tells horror stories of potential new species and raging diseases and all that. But thanks to LaFront, she has everything she needs. Except an assistant.
And what about references, Mr. Bedford?
Well, I've been out of the field for a while. I could get them, but it might take some time.
He isn't fooling anybody. They know what he's doing, and there's a good chance he's their man. Bring him in.
Oh, that's all right. Are you familiar with the Epsilon 4511 homogenizer?
Yes, I've operated one.
Excellent. Where was that?
That would have been in my last job. That was at the Kressler Institute.
Oh, is there someone at Kressler I could contact for reference?
Well, I wasn't there very long. I doubt very much that they'd remember me. You know, they had a fire there and all the records were destroyed.
Yes, I'd heard. Well, that's not very important.
Your qualifications seem excellent, and frankly, we're in desperate need of personnel.
How soon could you be here?
2 days.
His computer provides some interesting information. Did you know this guy sells Amway?
Well, several locations Bedford gave coincide with sightings of the creature.
And the dates are close, too. That makes 5 good suspects now.
More than I anticipated, given the necessary background. Has the special shipment arrived from Texas?
This morning, sir.
Yes, that's a bazooka. He thinks it'll be sufficient to kill the Hulk. Since we've seen before that simple bullets can hurt the Hulk, he could be right.
This will be your room, Mr. Bedford.
Thank you.
We eat 3 times a day. The kitchen's open 24 hours. If you have any other needs, that's my department. Any questions, sir?
No, you're more than efficient. Sort of remind me of my old first sergeant.
It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. You hated him, I bet.
Well, something like that. But I can't think of anybody I'd rather be in a jam with.
I hope we never find ourselves in a jam. I hope you're comfortable, sir.
Thank you.
He can't wait to get to it. If this stuff works, he'll use it on himself.
Since Mr. Bedford is experienced with micromanipulators and DNA homogenizers, I thought it would be of particular use to you, Doctor.
Yes, indeed. Where did you train?
Well, mostly at the Culver Institute.
Oh, one of the long line of institutions that denied me a grant. But don't worry, I won't hold it against you if you're good.
That wasn't his department. He has a love-hate relationship with money. He loves what it can do for him, and he hates that he never has any.
The lab's this way.
Well, Alex, what do you think of him?
Well, he's as good a suspect as anyone we've hired so far, sir. He's a nice man.
Nice. Alex, you wouldn't be losing your objectivity on me, would you?
No, sir.
He's objectively saying that David is a nice guy. LaFront talks as though nice is a four-letter word. Oh.
You understand the risk I'm taking? If anyone from the office saw me talking to you...
No one's gonna see you, Pauline. This part of town isn't seedy enough for the limelight crowd.
Fraternizing with the enemy. Naughty, naughty. Now the question is, which one is the fraternizer and which one is the enemy?
Okay, what have you got on this guy? LaFront.
You were right, Jack. He showed up, and it's something big. Now, Jack, I am not doing this for your good looks. So are you sure you got enough pull to get me onto the register with the raise?
What about LaFront?
That answers that question, much like Jack isn't answering hers.
Hines just put him on Limelight's payroll, but real quiet. Laundered money, lots of it, the whole bit. Do you know what's going on?
Where's the money going?
I don't know. Jack, I already stuck my neck out far enough. Now, what about the job?
Tell you what you do, Pauline. You stick around Limelight a little bit longer. Find out where that money is going. We'll take care of you.
Jack.
We'll take good care of you.
That's as close as Jack gets to being straightforward, so it'll have to do. David is getting the hang of the gene manipulating machine.
David, where would you like me to put this, sir?
Careful. Be very careful with that. That's hydrofluoric acid.
Hydro what?
Fluoric acid. I'll take this end, you just hold on to that end, and we have a home for it. Right over there in the fume cabinet, okay?
That stuff is so toxic it probably shouldn't exist. David explains the horrible things just a whiff of it will do.
This place is more dangerous than a minefield.
Not familiar with laboratories, huh?
Minefields, yes. Laboratories, no.
Well, let's hope the funding holds out, and then you'll have every opportunity of exploring the place.
Well, that'll be a change for me. I never did get to spend too much time in one place.
Army moved you about a lot.
Yes. One army or another.
Have family?
No. No, sir. Well, I never wanted one. It's strange. Right now, it doesn't seem like such a bad thought.
Oh my word, Alex is having a midlife crisis. He's the right age for it. Good thing he can afford a Ferrari. He probably already has one. The more familiar he gets with David, the more he hopes David isn't their man. David can't help it. I like everybody radiates from him and people get caught in it. It's not like he can control it.
Doctor, the section cutting is well within our parameters.
Fine. I'll get the E. coli culture. Let's try some low power exposure.
All right.
They never explain the machine. That beam that they can see under the microscope is slicing DNA strands, and for some reason it seems to take 4 handles to control it. That part is a little confusing.
Now let's try moving the DNA from one sector to the next.
Jack and his editor are discussing LaFront's many war crimes in many countries. Extortion, bombing, assassination, you can count on him for any of it. I know everybody needs to be good at something, but Jack gets a call.
Hello, McGee. You're right. Good. Okay, thanks, Pauline. You've got that job. Well, that was Pauline over at Limelight.
Yeah?
They have traced the money to a dummy lab. Stands to follow. If the money is there, so's LaFront. And I'd better be too.
Dr. Cabot and David have been working all night and they're wiped out. She sends David off to get some sleep. She'll go in a moment. There's another thing she wants to do. If you put a better muffler on that lawnmower, stuff like this won't happen. That thing that's moving is what does the cutting, I think. Right now, the power may be a little too high for a DNA strand. Keep my DNA away from that. That's the hydrofluoric acid. Within seconds, Dr. Cabot is on the floor, unconscious.
Doctor, you've got...
As we know, one of the good things about his change is his healing system is almost as good as Wolverine's. Which means he's able to make toxic cabinets fly. Now he can pick up the doctor and get out of there. In his own unique way, of course. It's not hard to guess what the alarm is about, and Alex is ready with the bazooka.
Hey!
Alex, he saved my life! Alex, don't hurt him! He saved my life!
What are you? Are you a man?
Wait!
Alex! Shoot him! You saved that woman's life. Alex! Can you understand me? Alex!
Most people aim that thing before they shoot, but LaFront is so special he figures he can fire at any old direction and guide it to the target through intimidation. The Hulk will take that opportunity to run away.
There's no break in the perimeter. He's still here somewhere.
Our man's one of us. Check everyone's room and assemble the staff.
Yes, sir.
This is a problem if David can't slip back to his room in time. Luckily, he can. LaFront explains away the noise everyone heard and sends them back to work. I'm not sure why he couldn't have done that by a memo or over the intercom. He writes it off as vandals. Dr. Cabot wants to talk to David in the lab.
David, if that creature I saw was a product of human metamorphosis, it could be a possible end to my research. Now, this is something I want to pursue.
Dr. Cabot, consider the original thrust of your work. Cancer research, genetic disease. Isn't that more important than this thing that you saw?
But this could be important medically. Think of the rate of metabolism needed for such a metamorphosis. That in itself could cure disease.
It's too bad he can't tell her. Her research is supposed to show her how to reprogram bad cells and that sort of thing. But she had a close encounter. As we know, meeting the Hulk even for a moment changes you forever.
If there was such a massive cellular transformation, wouldn't it affect the neuron flow in the brain cells?
Yes, probably.
And wouldn't a rational creature pick you up and simply take you out without destroying half the lab?
But who can tell what its motivation was?
Just for the sake of argument, let's say the key to the transformation is anger or pain. Consider the strength, the potential for violence.
Damn it, why is it you see only the negative possibilities?
Because he lives them. Again, it's too bad he can't just say, because I am that creature, and it's just about the most horrible thing in the world. He'll need to be delicate.
It's simply that I've been involved in research where those possibilities were not taken into account, and people were hurt.
Well, David, this foundation is under my control, not yours. As soon as this lab is repaired, I'm going ahead with this.
Ah, yes, the most persuasive argument there is. They're my toys and you can't tell me how to play with them. Yeah.
For argument's sake, let's say the key to the transformation is pain. Consider the strength, the potential for violence.
That may be the key.
How?
Consider the effects of adrenaline. Increased strength, stamina. Perhaps someone else was in the lab and Dr. Cabot didn't know. When the accident occurred, that person was also endangered.
And that's what triggered the Hulk.
It makes sense.
Where does that leave us?
I'm not sure. But if nothing else, you and I are old hands when it comes to, how did he put it? Pain. Anger.
He assumes he'll have to wring it out of whoever the Hulk is. LaForte is a lifelong mercenary, a cold-hearted killer. Just walk up and ask is a part of his brain that never developed.
Cabot Foundation.
Dr. Cabot, please.
I'm sorry she's not available.
Oh, well, this is Jim Sheffield with National Lab Equipment. There's been a mix-up in the supplies she ordered. I can't send them till I talk to her.
Could you hold for a moment, please?
Nothing seems amiss, and the doctor is always ordering more equipment.
Dr. Cabot? Yes, Mr. Sheffield for you on line 2, please. Thank you.
Who's that call?
It's for Dr. Cabot.
Did you screen it?
Yes, sir. It's a Mr. Sheffield, National Lab Equipment.
We dealt with no such company.
Mr. McGee, I can't believe that's true.
Well, he does work for the National Register, but this time he's telling the truth. He just laid out all the nasty details about her benefactor, Mr. LaForte.
That was a reporter. He says this whole thing, the foundation, the lab, is nothing but a setup, a trap, and that my able administrator, Mr. LaFront, is nothing but a mercenary hired to destroy the creature.
So that's it?
No, Alex, we're not finished yet. We simply need to escalate. Lure the objective into the open.
How?
Time-honored technique, Alex. Trial by ordeal. And this time, I think we'll use fire.
In other words, torture and probably murder.
You remember what we did at Ban Maytao? I think that'll do the job.
But, sir, those men were our enemies. They were armed.
Well, this time it'll be less risky. Get everyone together in the lab.
Sir, we can't just kill these people.
There won't be any witnesses. Don't worry, Alex.
That isn't what I meant.
I thought it out carefully, Alex. There are no problem.
Oh, but, sir...
Get them.
Yeah, he intends to trial by ordeal the whole staff, whatever he means by that. In the book of Numbers, it means drinking a potion that might give you a miscarriage. I'm not sure how that would work with David.
Sir, I can't take part in killing innocent people.
I've known you for a long time, Alex. You've never had such qualms before.
Sir, I've come to know these people. Maybe I'm losing my nerve. Maybe I'm getting old.
I'm giving you an order, Alex.
I can't obey that order.
Alex, we are operational. You know what disobeying a direct order means?
Yes, he'd even shoot his best friend over this. I think Alex is starting to realize that his boss is crazy.
How can I be sure that this McGee is telling the truth?
And how can you afford to ignore him?
David, have you any idea what this grant means to me, to my work?
Dr. Cabot, I've heard about this McGee. He's no crank, and I think you ought to listen to him.
One thing he does know about Jack, The guy is thorough. Despite the rumor rag he works for, Jack strives to tell the truth.
All right, I'll close down the lab till I can verify McGee's story. I'll tell the front now.
You can't just tell a killer you're backing out. Now, just suppose this entire project is a trap, a very expensive trap. LaFront isn't going to let you or anybody else stand in his way.
What do you suggest I do?
The police. And I don't think we can risk using the telephone. I think you ought to go there yourself, get them back as soon as possible.
Come with me.
No, I can't. I don't think I should. I'll stay here and try to keep LaFront from becoming suspicious.
He's behind me, isn't he?
Neither of them thought of the idea that the lab might be bugged.
Mr. LaFront, what on earth are you doing?
Alex, over there. Little research of my own, Doctor. This is Mr. LaFront. We have an emergency. Will the entire staff please assemble in the transposer lab? Everyone to the transposer lab. Careful. Don't make any trouble. This will all be over very soon.
As quickly as everyone is in the lab, his research begins.
Hey, what's going on?
All right. We're all here.
What is this?
He's gonna set fire to the lab.
His plan is perfect. The fire rages, people start screaming, the guy who's the Hulk changes and busts out of there, whereupon...
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Kahoo.
Kaboom!
Now stay where you are. I got 32 rounds in this clip, and I can fire 10 a second.
Mr. LaFront.
Careful, Bedford. You know I'm not afraid to use this.
Please, I've got to talk with you.
That's close enough.
I'm the man you're looking for.
There's only one problem with that. LaFort doesn't believe him. He wants him to transform right now.
What's he doing? Watch it! That's a fireball! Please, let us go! Watch it! He's got another one!
Apart from natural things like heart disease or cancer, you know what kills more people than anything else? Panic. David and Alex will try to get the people organized so they can find a way out of here. As we saw, the doors are solid enough that they'll need to grab a big piece of furniture to try and bust it open. Good thing guys know how to do that sort of thing. Okay, David may be a notable exception to that. It's enough to do what LaFort wants. I'm not making this up. That just happened to me in Halo ODST about an hour ago. Just as I fired a rocket, this warthog barreled up right in my line of fire and I blasted it into its smallest component parts. Except that time a Marine was driving, not Jack McGee. And now, Mr. LaFort, How fast can you reload that thing? It's the latest thing from McTaco King, the bazooka rap.
David!
Someone's still in there.
It's Dr. Cabot.
It's a furnace in there.
Someone's got to help her.
Yeah, someone. Last I saw, every one of you is someone. What you mean is someone else. Someone 7 feet tall and green. What? Do we really think he'd give her to an extra? It just isn't done in polite society.
I want to thank you very much for bringing me my things.
It wasn't easy. The lab's been swarming with police since they arrested LaFront. Oh, I should have been more careful from the beginning. 5 years to build a transposer, and what have I got to show for it?
Oh, Doctor, you are a survivor. I'm sure you'll get it rebuilt.
I suppose you're right. Tomorrow I'll pick myself up and apply for another grant.
I pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over again.
That creature could be very important to my work. Do you know anything about it?
I'd like to help you. I can't.
He's tried that path before. It didn't turn out well.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I'm still deciding what I think of Bill Bixby's directing. He wasn't new to it, he'd been doing it along with acting for almost 10 years. For my taste, he was a little too fond of the long, wide shots that are both long in distance and duration, but that's personal opinion. Right now, I want to take a moment to talk about the Lonely Man theme.
It goes basically like this. That has a basic 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 2, 3, and so on. But we just heard it done in 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 2, 3, 2. And that's not the only way that we've heard it varied. We've heard it kind of like this. And we've also heard it something like this. Yeah, and that is just scratching the surface.
I'm constantly fascinated by how well this tune lends itself to variations of every kind. Joe Harnell wrote it, and unfortunately we lost him in 2005. But I hope this theme, regardless of anything else he wrote, made him comfortably well off for the rest of his days. So I guess David didn't get to improve anybody today. We can't really say he improved Alex, because Alex was already getting tired of the life and thinking about something else. Dr. Cabot, she was always sincere, but she got suckered. Jack took care of that. So that just leaves Jack. And David / the Hulk did leave him better than he found him. When he handed Dr. Cabot to Jack, he whispered to him, "Do enough curls holding her like that, and eventually you can look like me." You should see Jack today. Keep my D away from that D away. Okay.